October 13th, the anniversary of the last sighting of Our Lady of Fatima, which some people say was a UFO encounter. On October 13th, 1917, the sun appeared to move around and fly around in the sky. They called it the miracle of the sun. And the first time Our Lady of Fatima appeared was May 13th. Then she appeared for 6 months in a row on the 13th of every month to 3 shepherd children. From what I heard, they were sworn to silence. They weren't allowed to talk about the third prophecy that they received from Our Lady of Fatima. Like I said, some people said it was a UFO extraterrestrial encounter, and possibly the last prophecy had to do with the year 2025. I'm not sure about all of that, but it happened in 1917. 2 of the kids died pretty quickly afterwards. They said it was due to the Spanish flu, which I don't think that's what was going on then, because they did something similar to the COVID scam. They put up radio towers all around and they made the people wear masks and take vaccines, and then a lot of people died. It's interesting that May 13th was the first time Our Lady of Fatima appeared, and the original date of All Saints' Day was May 13th. It makes me wonder why they changed it, to November 1st. It's all connected to Halloween, and now we have Three Eye Atlas, or Third Eye at Last, coming around Halloween time, when the veil between the realms is at its thinnest. And May 13th is also interesting. It's 513. That's like 153 rearranged from John 21:11 in the Bible. 153 fish caught in the net. But it's also interesting that Israel became a nation on May 14th, but they gathered on May 13th for the celebration. This is another thing that makes the date of May 13th very important and stand out to me. So we have Fatima, Israel, and All Saints' Day all being on May 13th. And I'll throw this one in because I like Richie Valens, but that's his birthday. La Bamba. So Three Eye Atlas, or Third Eye at Last. The top and 33rd vertebrae in our spinal column, also known as Jacob's Ladder, the top and 33rd vertebrae is called Atlas. And Atlas is the Titan who, his punishment was to hold up the world. So you see those statues of Atlas holding up the world. Well, the 33rd vertebrae at the base of our spine sort of holds up the world also. That would be the human head. It holds up the world. And as the energy, the Kundalini energy, rises from the base of your spine up the 33 vertebrae of the spinal column. And they say Jesus was buried at the place of the skull, right? So the 33rd vertebrae is at the base of the skull. And they say Jesus died at 33. So this may or may not have happened, but it could have been symbolic that he had his awakening. He fully overcame the ego, and he had the awakening of his pineal gland, which is in the center of our brain. And in the story of Jacob in the Bible, it says he rested his head on a stone at a place called pineal or Peniel. See, it's all about the pineal gland. And in the story of Pinocchio, Pinocchio means pine ochio, pine eye. He was made of pine wood, but his name is Ochio, meaning eye. And Pinocchio wanted to be a real boy, but he had to overcome the pulls of the physical flesh. And then he wished on the Blue Star Fairy to become a real boy, and Geppetto was wishing on the Blue Star Fairy. Well, the blue star is Sirius, the blue star, the dog star, and dog backwards is God. So many of these stories are esoteric stories about our awakening. So whether Three Eye Atlas is up there or not, and we're just getting told some kind of a story, it might be helping to awaken us, to raise our consciousness. The Christ consciousness has to rise. Jesus said he must increase, but I must decrease. What he meant about that was the Holy Spirit, the Christ consciousness in him must rise and increase, but he, the man, the physical flesh ego, had to decrease. So these are all really important esoteric stories. And this Three Eye Atlas, or third eye at last, is supposed to be coming close to us around Halloween. So we'll see what happens.